Good morning, Arsenal fans. Neomis here. Another video this morning, and interesting news has just popped up virtually within the past 45 minutes to an hour. As I'm recording this, Mikel Arteta is a candidate for the next Barcelona job. Now, I was pretty surprised to hear this, but I'm also not surprised. Obviously, he's Spanish. I know he watches lots of La Liga. And you have to think that it was only about time before a Spanish club was to come in for him. Didn't think it would be Barcelona as of yet. I thought maybe later down the line a Barcelona might be interested in him. But it said, according to several sources, but this source is from the Mirror, that Barcelona will be appointing a new president, and the leading candidate is by the name of Joan Laporta. I know it's probably not the way how you pronounce it, but that's how it is. And it said that he is looking at the Arsenal boss in Arteta as being the club's next manager. Now, Ronald Koeman's actually come in during this transition period for Barcelona, and he's done pretty much a fair job. But Barcelona need a lot of work. And it's understandable that, you know, a coach like Mikel Arteta, they probably want to probably come there for at least 5 to 10 years, start to rebuild the side, and get Barcelona back to the heights that they once were. Messi and the likes of Gerard Piqué are near the end of their tenure, and you would have to believe that, you know, they're going to have to rebuild all over again. They've got some good academy players, and a lot of their academy players we are linked with, and you could believe that Mikel Arteta has something to do with that, so he probably is pretty familiar with how the Barcelona academy is, how it works, and the talented players that are within there. Now, should we ever let Mikel Arteta go to Barcelona? No, I don't think, especially now. But he has, I believe he's got another 1.5 to 2 years left on his contract. You could believe that at some point within the next 9 months to a year, if Mikel Arteta keeps going in the direction that he is, if he goes and wins the Europa League this season or wins another trophy next season, I mean, we're not going to be able to keep hold of him. At some point, one of these bigger clubs are going to come in for him. And you got to say he probably deserves it if he manages to accomplish the things that we all hope for, which is win the Europa League, qualify for the Champions League, maybe win another trophy next season. If he was to do all of those, it's no doubt that a top team are going to come in for him. And unfortunately, you have to say that there is almost nothing Arsenal will be able to do with that. Because if I'm Mikel Arteta right now and I'm hearing this, I'm going to keep doing my job at Arsenal, and I'm going to keep doing it well. But I'm going to make sure I keep one ear open, see what's going on out there. But give it another 6 months to a year, and let's see what kind of happens in regards to that. But when I start to think about it, even though I might have my thoughts on whether Mikel Arteta should stay, and I know that all of it is kind of predicated upon what he does within the Arsenal role now, or at least until the end of the season, I know a lot of Arsenal fans feel differently. And I'd be very interested to find out what all of my subscribers think of Mikel Arteta and the job that he's been doing so far at Arsenal Football Club, what Barcelona fans think, and what just general football fans think of his tenure so far. Would you be willing to let Mikel Arteta go to Barcelona? It's interesting. So, famous Arsenal fan Piers comes out on GMTV live this morning, this Monday morning, comes out and says, you know what, this is what he says, and I quote, he says, "I want to say good morning to Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta." This was on ITV. "People are wondering why Arsenal fans like me," Piers Morgan, because he's the one telling this, "never get to be made managers of football teams." This is what he tweeted yesterday. And this is what he's saying. "Saka, Partey and Aubameyang all on the bench, question mark. Against Leicester, wrong call Arteta. This is a 6-point game. We should be putting out our best team from start, and have we given up on top 4? Another question mark." Now, obviously, we know how the game went. We know Arsenal won, and Mikel Arteta put the starting lineup out there. And Piers Morgan responded, I take my hat off to you. That's why you should really stay off Twitter, fans, because the internet keeps receipts. And you got to say he deserves every bit of credit. But Piers Morgan looks like he's now on the bandwagon of keeping Arteta, or at least it sounds like it to me, based on that tweet. But I would be interested to hear you guys' thoughts on, would you be willing to keep Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's current manager? Or if Barcelona was to come in now, would you let him go? If they came out at the end of the season, would you let him go then? Or maybe if it's a year from now, would you let him go? Do leave your thoughts below. I think this is an interesting discussion topic. I know a lot of the Arteta out brigade will probably say get him out right now. Or who knows, maybe that win from Leicester might have changed their mind. Or the Arteta in guys will probably be firmly saying we can't let him go. So do leave your comments below on that. Or, you know, drop me a message on Twitter on your thoughts on that. As well as do check out some of my other content, which you should see here in the end screen. And there's also a link in the description below to some other Arsenal content as well.